Welcome back to part 2 for the Graveside Project's website page and how to create an application for your veteran. I'm Sean Hancock's website administrator, and this tutorial will walk you through the remainder of creating your application. So we left off after just creating the GPS coordinates. We're going to pick up at how to put in the date of death. So let's get to it. The next thing down is the date of death. You must choose it in year first, and then you choose the month, and then you choose the day. Now, if you try and choose it in any other sequence, it's kind of bizarre. It just doesn't take. See if I try and change it. See, it kept the original date. So always choose year first, month, and day. Then it changes it. If for some reason you only know the year that the person died in, but you don't have the month or the day, choose the month as January and the day as 1. Likewise, if you have the year and the month, but you don't have the day, choose the day as 1. And in both these cases, in the reason for death, put a note indicating that you're not sure of the month and the day, or you're not sure of the day respectively. So down here, reason for death, a lot of them have been old age, surprisingly. And you can see it's already popping up for me. Day and month not known. Simple. Last rank attained and last regiment, unit, or faction. Both of these have been a big point of contention with some people. Some want to see the last rank they attained in lifetime. Some want to see the last rank only during the War of 1812. I've seen ranks go up and down, which is a real surprise to me. I'm going to leave it to you, which is basically what it says in the small print here. But more importantly, explain it in the biography. This is just meant to be a nice, simple, quick veteran summary that can be displayed on both English and French pages without having to go through a translation process. So last rank attained, let's say private, and in this case it was the 1st Regiment, and I'm just going to scroll down because I've already typed it in enough times, was Prince Edward Militia. The next section down here, supporting documentations. It looks like you can attach something, but you can't. And if you try, you'll receive an error, and you'll probably have to start your application over from that point again. So don't try and attach anything. Just email it to me like before. Coming down, we're finally to the bio section. First thing you can do is turn off this distraction-free writing because it's a distraction. Get rid of it. Then you can copy and paste your bios right into here. I've got some text for my ancestor that I'm going to pick and paste in. Just Control V to paste it in, and there we go. It works pretty much like your word processor. You have bold, italic, you don't need strike through. The bulleted list is this here, and it's actually picked it up wrong. So you can see sometimes the formatting doesn't get taken over properly and you have to tweak it a little bit. Like here there should be a return, so that's fine. Turn off that. There we go. And turn off these ones because they still think they're in the bulleted list. Takes a little bit of playing around with. Nothing horrendous though. Something that I want to mention is that if you accidentally start seeing your text looking like this, this is the HTML version. See here, it says text HTML or visual. These are actually tabs. It's such a pale blue, it's hard to see. If you start seeing it like this, don't panic. Just click on the visual and you'll go back to editing it like what used to be called WYSIWYG format. If you're interested in formatting any of your text, I'm going to go through and format it anyway, but some of the things that I've been using as a standard are the units that your veteran served in are bolded. That's why I have 1st Regiment Prince Edward Militia here bolded. I also use that to go through and I physically type in all of the tags to make sure that everything is linked properly. Battles, locations, or skirmishes that your veteran was part of, I italicize them. I prefer to use the day, month, year without apostrophes. So as you see down here, 4 October 1835 without apostrophes, it's cleaner, it's neater. I think it's a nicer way to present a date. I prefer to use lot first, then concession, smaller to bigger in size, just as a mailing address, and abbreviate concession to CONC. So it would be lot 35, comma, concession CONC 3. People have done both. Again, editing the pages, I'm trying to make everything consistent, but this is not mandatory, but if you want to help out, this certainly helps to shave a little bit of my time off going through these. You no longer have to put a byline in your bio. It will be automatically added. We took out the last report to, and that should have been commanding officer. If you have a commanding officer, you can either add it at the bottom of your bio like this. I've been putting them by rank and name. So Captain Smith. A better place for it would be in the bio when you're talking about his militia or his regiment. So for example, he was a member of the 1st Regiment Prince Edward Militia, commanded by or commanding officer Captain John Smith. I think it's better in the context that it's meant. If you have any other applications that you're doing that needs to be linked that isn't clear to me, just put in family links and put in who they are. And then when those get approved, I can link them to those so that all of a sudden now we have a really coherent way of finding one veteran versus the next. Any other information you need to convey to me, put in square brackets at the end, and by all means, I'll take a look at it and try and sort it out. When you're finally all done with that, and trust me, we're almost all done, all you need to do is hit Save Draft. You'll get the notification that it's been saved. You can go back to your posts, take a look at it, and you'll still see it there as a draft. So that's it for creating your application. I hope I've answered everybody's questions. I know there's been a lot. I tried to address a lot of them. One of the things that I should mention is that the biography doesn't have a word limit to it, but be realistic. Don't try and write a book in that space. It's not intended for that. 3 or 4 pages, 5 at the max, I would say, is more than enough for a biography. So thanks for your interest. Please be sure to watch the next video that shows you how to submit your application. See you next time. Bye.